Yeah, well, yes, good evening. Welcome. It's eModels Monday. And yes, well, you've already probably spotted there's just two of us, me and him,
I'm here.
which,
Yes.
which is on that side.
I'm that side. I can be the other side if it will help.
Yeah. There's just two of us because Cole unfortunately can't join us tonight. Foxx is still looking after Mama Foxx, but Foxx I think could be somewhere in chat, or he could be just halfway through a pot.
He is in chat. I've just seen him. He popped up a little while ago.
Right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. So there's just two of us. So it's really up to you lot tonight to keep us going. Otherwise, we just don't know what we're going to talk about between us. Yeah, because I don't talk to Chris much, really.
No, we try and avoid each other. That's why we have like the buffer of Colin or Foxx in the middle to.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So anyway, welcome to Monday night. There's just two of us, so we'll do the best we can, and yeah, terms and conditions and things like that. But yeah, and we've got no Colin, so Chris is going to do the factoids. But in the meantime, I found a new book. It's Quips, Quotes, and Retorts for Oldies. Do you want to quote out one of these? I'll open the page at random.
Oh, go on then, if you must.
Yeah, it's Quips and Quotes and Retorts for Oldies. And the quote of the day is just open at random. It's on page 74. The first sign of maturity is the discovery that the volume knob also turns to the left. Yeah, that's by
it does. But you've also got to have it on certain numbers, haven't you? You can't leave the volume on 18 or 19. That's just a no-no, isn't it?
Well, that's what when you've got these numbers on the volume control, they're not consistent, are they? Because if you turn it up to number 5 on the telly, it's not the same as number 5 on the radio.
No, they're completely different. But yeah. 5's okay, but you wouldn't leave it on 6, would you?
Oh, now the telly, I need to put the telly up to 26.
26? That's wrong. You do 25. It was okay.
No, 26. But sometimes 28. If it's really quiet speakers, I need to turn the volume up.
This is why we don't talk, because you're just wrong about the numbers on the volumes of things. It just can't do it. That's not the way it works.
Yeah, well, but I don't need to turn the volume up that high on the radio.
Don't know.
Yeah, because I didn't. And it confuses you altogether in the car because it doesn't have numbers on at all. Well,
yeah. Highland Boy says it has to be an even number. An even number unless it's a 5. A 5's sort of an honorary even number, isn't it? You're allowed to have it set at 15 or 25. That's okay.
Right. Yeah. So are you of the type that you can't leave? You also can't leave it between 2. You can't leave it between a 6 and a 7. It's got to be either 6 or 7.
I don't know of any that you can't turn it to 6.5. That's not a thing that happens on tellies and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, perhaps my telly's a bit past it then because it's still got knobs and things on it.
So the numbers go up, but the number doesn't go up by half, does it? It's not whole numbers.
You've got to bang the telly. Do you remember the days when you had to tune the telly in?
I do.
When you press the button and BBC Two was a little bit fuzzy, so you had to press you had to turn the channel button.
I did have a small portable telly that didn't have buttons at all. It just had a tuning thing that you just had to, when you want to watch BBC Two, you had to sit there and twiddle it all the way down to where you'd put the little mark where BBC Two was.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, it was a little bit like your VHF player, wasn't it? Where you had to adjust the tracking to stop all the tapes stretching.
Yeah. Fox is saying, "Oh dear Lord, who gave Ted a new book?"
I've got another book. Do you want another bit?
Just before Candygram from Mongo says, "Hooray! Ted has another book." I think, yeah. Dave Cardboard's volume goes up to 11. I'll return it to 11. That's not right, is it? That's definitely not right.
Sound quality depends on the make of the telly. Well,
Yeah, we
That
will
is-
miss stuff in chat because there's obviously only two of us. But on the plus side, I'm not going to be fiddling with the buttons on the screen thing because there's two of us. We just need to leave it like this, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Except for momentarily when we go across to do my what's in store, I'll put that on the screen. But then it'll still just be the two of us sitting here because, you know.
Yeah. Well, the buttons that you press, do they have numbers on them? Or
No. You've got the same buttons there. You got the buttons on the screen that change the thing. They haven't got numbers. No, I've got some buttons down here, but they've all got names on them rather than numbers. But yeah.
Foxx is reminding us it is bench and belly time, so do remember what's on the bench and what's in your belly. And also, if you finish the thing, don't forget you can get a ding. So if you finish your thing, you can get a ding. Let us know what you've been modelling this week. It has to be model related because we don't give dings away for things that are not model related. So just tell us what they are.
Right, shall I do some factoids? I've got some factoids lined up.
Yeah.
Right, stuff and deaths and births and stuff.
In the absence of Colin, then we'll go across to Chris and we'll do some factoids.
It still says Festus factoid across the bottom because I haven't changed that. But there we go. Right, I've got a different website to the one that Colin uses. So this is just important events from this day in history. So we've got in 1896, for instance, gold was first discovered in Klondike.
Gold.
It was found at Bonanza Creek in the Yukon, Canada, by George Carmack. He found gold for the first time in this day. In 1930, on this day, the British Empire Games opened in Hamilton, Canada, or Canada.
The Fox will be missing it now. He won't be able to wave his little.
Yeah, he'll be playing the Canadian theme tune in his head. Yeah.
Theme tune. Yeah, earworm.
In 1946, on this day, it was Direct Action Day. Widespread riots erupted in Calcutta between Muslims and Hindus over whether Pakistan should be a separate state, killing over 4,000 and leaving 100,000 homeless. Not a good day.
That was Dad Day then.
That was a bad day. Well, they're not necessarily good things, but in 2012, the WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is granted political asylum by Ecuador.
Mm.
There we go. I've got birthdays. I'll push a birthday button. Birth of the week. Again, I've not got big details about them. I've only got the names and a picture, which you can't see, so that doesn't really help. But born on this day in history in 1888 was T.E. Lawrence.
The writer. Was he a writer?
Believe so. I've got no more information than that. It's Lawrence of Arabia, wasn't it? It was.
Oh right, yeah.
It was that
maybe
bloke.
Maybe it was Lawrence of Arabia and not.
Also born on this day in 1913 was Menachem Begin. I don't know who he is. He's got a colour picture because it was more recently that he was born, but I don't know who he is. You can go and Google these people if you want to find out more. Also, James Cameron was born on this day. And Madonna. I didn't know James Cameron and Madonna shared a birthday.
Mm. Yeah. It's like James Cameron, the
filmmakery person, yeah.
Right.
Avatar and that sort of stuff. We have famous deaths in history, and about Death of the Week. Death of the Week coming up, right? Died on this day in history in 1948, Babe Ruth. He was thingy, wasn't he? Not cricket, the other one, baseball. Baseball guy. Elvis Presley, 1977, died on this day. You know who he was, Ted. You remember? Yeah. He left the building on this day in history. As did Aretha Franklin in 2018 and Idi Amin in 2003.
Big Daddy.
So there we go. That's my attempt at Festa's Factoids, deaths and births of the week. Not as good as Festa does it, because if I did it as good as Festa did it, then
it was really it was well attempted there, Chris. It was pretty good. That
it did a few minutes, didn't it? So there we go.
Yeah, I've another quips, quotes, and retorts for oldies. Inside every older person is a younger person wondering what happened. There we go.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Foxx is doing the terms and conditions. He says, "Be nice, keep it family friendly in chat, and please don't mention other model retailers."
Yeah, because we should perhaps copy and cut and paste that, and then we can just put it
Well,
up
we'll just
each
get him
week.
to type it every week. It's fine. He can do that, can't
Well,
he?
that's it. It's got to do something.
There are some food things in there, but I just seen Category from Mongo says, fun fact, Oklahoma's state vegetable is the watermelon. Why do you have a state vegetable? We don't have anything like that over here, do we? We don't have, county fruits or something. We just don't bother about it, do we?
I think the Welsh have the leek, don't they?
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah. So what would England have as a state vegetable?
Well, it's got the rose, isn't it? It's not a vegetable, I know, but it's the thing, isn't it?
Would it be the potato?
Potato? No, because we didn't develop the potato. That came from overseas.
Yeah. So what O'Reilly brought potato, didn't he? So what? Yeah. I suppose the Irish could claim the potato, couldn't they? Really?
I mean, Scottish have got the thistle thing, haven't they? That's I know it's not a vegetable, but they've got the national flower thing going on.
So maybe we already have one and we just don't know it. Somebody in chat
It's
might
quite
be able
likely.
to.
Quite likely.
Yeah, somebody in chat will know. Let's go back and have a look at Belly and Bench because they've all been coming in.
Yeah. Jamie Bone seems to be the first one I can find. He says, Bench Airfix 135th Cromwell, Belly, fish finger and mashed potato sandwich. Ooh. Mashed potato in a sandwich.
I could do the fish finger, but maybe not the mashed potato on a sandwich.
I'm not sure about mashed potato on a sandwich. I don't think I've ever tried it, but it could work. Or is it too much? It's a bit like bread, isn't it, mashed potato?
Yeah, I think it's bread on bread type. Yeah, it'd be that consistency. But speaking of bread, we've been I have been making quite a lot of bread this week because we've got one of these bread making machines, and you just throw your ingredients in, and an hour and a half later, a loaf of bread pops out. So yeah. But the other thing is, because it's fresh bread with no sort of preservatives or anything in it, it's stale by the next day. So you've got to make another one and get very fat on eating bread. But never mind.
Homemade bread is generally sort of heavier, isn't
it? Well, I've made the bog standard bread, the white bread, and I've made a wholemeal loaf, which is a bit more dense. And then I made an ale and mustard loaf. Instead of using water, you use brown ale, and then instead of putting sugar in it, some breads you put sugar in, you put about 2 or 3 tablespoons of whole grain mustard. Very nice.
It worked, did it? Yeah.
It really worked, and it went down well when we had a ploughman's. We had like a ploughman's sort of cheese, apple, pickles. We had that for tea, and it went down brilliantly. Cool as out. So yeah, so brains on the menu for tell who's interested in that.
Scale Modelling Chaos says, Belly, Hunter's chicken, sauté potatoes with mushy peas, Bench, my first Games Workshop figure, Space Marine Scout Sniper, which I've almost finished painted, and a 132nd Mosquito being painted. So almost finished isn't the same as finished, no ding.
Yes, let us know next week when you finished it, and you can get a ding. So don't forget, if you finish a thing, you can get a ding. Candygram for a Bondo. Fun fact, yeah, we've done that one as a watermelon. Highland Boy, Belly, chicken fillets and chips. Probably, if you're from the Highland, it'll have been deep fried, all of it. Bench, 1/16 sup with camel. Excellent, yeah.
Mac has Belly, chicken, leek and ham pie with sweet corn. Bench, painting Meng-Toon kits, multiples.
Oh, cool, yeah. Excellent little kits to do with a Meng-Toon. Yeah. Where am I now gone?
They are good fun.
Lord Battle of the South says 40 years ago. You see, that's what happens with our chat. When we run back through chat, we lose track of what we're on about. So, your comment about 40 years ago will have been relevant at the time.
Yeah. Graham, just above that, you missed out. Belly, chicken tikka masala and pilau rice. Bench, nothing. This is the way.
Yeah. You do the Ayrshire potatoes. We must have been on about vegetables, state vegetables. English state vegetable, says Foxx, is the kebab. Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's, yeah, it's all meat. Oh, Anders Ericsson, belly, cheeseburger and fries for lunch. Some fruit and an egg sandwich and coffee just now. Bench starting to wipe the summer dust off the 148 Kettenkrav, yeah, that German motorbike thing. Feels like I will continue really soon. I know how you feel, Anders. It's been summer and things have just sort of stagnated around the workshop.
Yep.
But the weather's starting to turn now. We'll get back in there.
Oz Scale Modelling. Bench is Revel 1/400th Queen Mary II. Just opening the box to begin the build. Belly, crumpets and Vegemite. 6 a.m. here. Is that morning? Vegemite's like Marmite, but not, isn't it? As I understand.
I think Vegemite is the Australian version of Marmite. Not for me. Yeah, crumpets. Yeah, crumpets are okay. Crumpets are good in the morning with that seriously strong cheddar. Have you seen it in the tubs and
I don't
things?
know that one. No.
Yeah, it's pretty good with that one in the morning.
Scale Modelling Chaos says, I can see mashed potato working in a sandwich as we do have chip butties. This is true.
Yeah, but mashed potato, I realise a chip is a mashed potato with a fried coating, but just a mashed potato, I'm not sure I could. Yeah, I'm still not convinced. No. Everybody's handing out hooks. JC Bricks and Bills, evening Chris and Ted and chat. Hope Colin is okay. Yeah, we hope Colin is okay. We haven't really had time to chat with him to find out what's wrong. It was only a few moments before we started that he said he couldn't make it. So we do hope he's okay.
Absolutely. Candygram says, I only became aware of ale and mustard bread 1 minute ago, and now I want some very badly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But that's it. Just follow the bread. Just find a white bread recipe and substitute the water for ale. If you make it with pale ale, it makes a lighter coloured loaf. If you make it with brown ale, it's darker, obviously. And if you make it with stout, it'll probably come out black. But yeah, mustard instead of the sugars. Yeah, it's got a really nice bite to it.
Foxx says he also wants some. So yeah.
Donald McKenzie says, Billy, cheesy, hammy, egg in a cup. I think that's that thing that Foxx referred to where his dad chopped up egg in a cup. Bench just finished painting the sharp bust.
Cool.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
He's just finished. He's finished.
But is he claiming a ding or is it not finished yet?
He says he's finished. Just finished painting. I think that would be a ding, wouldn't it?
Well, he'll have to come back and ask for a ding because you can't have two things in one comment. If you Donald, if you really
is that
finish,
a rule now? I didn't know that was a rule.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we're just making up as a call. Donald, if you have finished a Sharpie bust, let us know and you can have a ding because you finished a thing. Trevor's workbench. Belly ham and Swiss sandwich. I would guess that's ham and Swiss cheese. Ham and Swiss sandwich with cottage cheese. Bench US Brig Siren. And I've just lost it.
Primetime Modelling, Phil says, Belly, spaghetti and meatballs. A good tradition. A lot of people were having spaghetti and meatballs the other week. But there's
always somebody in chat each week who has meatballs. Yep. It might be the same person. It might be a Monday night thing. Monday night, it's meatballs.
Monday night's
Tuesday
meatball
night. Yeah, Tuesday it's fish fingers. Wednesday it's pork chops, that sort of thing. So.
Yeah, and his bench, he just started assembling some 35th scale infantry.
I've got some of them somewhere. Can't find them, but I do have some. Yeah, yeah, here they are. Oh, sorry, is it these guys? Brilliant little, an ancient kit from Tamiya, but still as good as ever.
Scale Model Ninja. Belly, now yet. Bench 172nd Hurricane, Chaos Space Marines, and 172nd USS Rio Grande.
Yeah, Rio Grande, is that a spaceship thing, or is it?
There is a Rio Grande spaceship thing from Star Trek. I assume there's also an actual military one called Rio. I don't know, but
Fox says belly, coffee, and the last of the sushi. Yeah, what sushi he's had? Well, he's been eating that for ages. Bench, Iron Man part work issues 3 to 6. So Fox is back at the bench. That's good news. But yes,
Absolutely.
bit of bench time. Bobbins says, "Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Bobbins."
Egg in a cup can't go wrong, says Donald.
And now Fox and everybody else are swapping recipes for egg in a cup.
Crumpets. It's crabulura in Swedish, I think, says Anders. I don't. Why wouldn't it just be crumpets? You could just call the same thing, because it'd make your life so much easier for everybody.
Fox says, "Oh wait, can I get a ding for finishing my Adeptus Sororitas thingies in magnifier sisters thingies, ye of the thingies of the order of the thingies Foley contrivance that I finished last week?" You could if I knew what they were.
Oh no, we couldn't because it was last week.
Yes, true. Well spotted, Chris. Yes, Fox, you're too late. Yeah. Yeah.
He just says, "I look forward to Ted reading that out."
Yeah, if you hadn't mentioned that you finished it last week, you could have got away and had a ding. But no. You said you finished it last week, so you're too late. You're timed out. Stuart took us probably a comment and not a comment for a family show. I've seen your meatballs, nice and juicy they look too.
Highland Boy says he'll say you should have claimed that ding last week.
There we are. See somebody. The dings are what we finished for last week. You've got to say that you finished it this week. So, weeks begin on a Sunday, which was yesterday, and today is Monday. So you're out of time, Fox. Oh,
it's harsh, very harsh, but it's technically. Does he mean in the last week rather than last week? But he said last week, so to me that means that it was a week ago.
Yeah, from last. Well, we do our weeks that if you finished it from last Monday's show to this Monday's show, you can tell us. But if you finish it the week before, it's time bound. That's what it's all about. So what else has been going on out there? Or what's everybody else been doing this week? I have been clearing out boxes and things again because I'm moving some furniture around today. I was showing Chris what I found before. It's something that harks back to my old days of being a policeman. It's a summons. It's court papers from Cumberland Midsummer Sessions, 1881.
It's Midsummer. That's where everybody dies, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Midsummer. It's a real place that you don't want to live.
Don't go there on holiday.
It's a case against Regina v. Thomas Pitchford for larceny, and this is the brief for the prosecution. And basically, it's on about it's all handwritten. It's really nice sort of copper plate writing. Cumberland Midsummer Sessions, 1881. The Queen on the prosecution of Isaac Bird, Superintendent of Police, against Thomas Pitchford for larceny. And the brief about it really is that Thomas Pitchford was accused of stealing some chickens. And you read through it, and he pinched some chickens, and the plaintiff, the owner of the chickens, had seen him coming out of a pub where Thomas Pitchford had seen him and ducked back into the pub. The owner of the chickens followed him in to find 4 chickens dead on the bench. So he was taken to the police station, and he identified the chickens as being his own by a mark on them. Anyway, it went on to read that Thomas Pitchford, whilst in custody in the cells at Millham, escaped. He attacked the policeman and escaped, locking the policeman in the cell where he was unable to raise the alarm for some time. But however, he was captured again.
Good.
And it goes on to tell you all the case of the prosecution. And he was actually found guilty and sentenced to 4 months in prison. So there we go.
As it should be.
What's
Fox
on your
does
bench?
say he finished it after last Monday's show, so I reckon I should still get a ding. He's preparing the bottom lip just in case. He's ready for a wibble. It's in your ball. The ball is in your court, said.
If you finished it after last week's show, it then qualifies, because between last week and this week, it qualifies. So there we go. First thing of the night goes to Fox, because he laid out his case there pretty well. So there we go. What's on your bench? Says Candy, 4 dead chickens. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Thomas Pitchford, 4 dead chickens.
Plastic Muddler says he did murder most fowl.
Fox says, now I want chicken. Yeah, you could see him. Yeah, probably got 4 of them. But it's really nice. It makes some really nice reading this, and it's all handwritten.
Cool. And you can actually read it. Is it? You say it was 18 something.
Yeah, it's 1881, and it's all written. Some of the words are a little bit difficult to understand or make out just because of the handwriting. It's also got a copy of the bill of costs for the prosecution, where they paid such as Anthony Fawcett for attending as a witness for his attendance during 2 days and 1 night. To the same for travelling from Barrow-in-Furness, a mileage of 0 and a railway fare, and for that he got paid 12 shillings and 10 pence. So the total bill for the prosecution was £14, 12 shillings and 11 pence, and that was paid to Mr. Baldwin, who was the prosecution.
Cool.
The barrister. So 14 quid. In 1881, that's quite a lot of money, isn't it?
So that's going to be a lot now, yeah.
Yeah, that's really quite an expensive case for larceny.
Four chickens, yeah. Well, there was also the whole beating up the copper and locking him in the cell thing. I assume that got added on. I've been handed a note. I can't reach that.
Don't read it out loud.
Don't read it out loud. Hang about. I just have to read it quietly. Okay, I won't read that out loud. That somehow she caught her fingers in the fridge. I don't know. Okay. I wasn't reading it. I was reading it to myself. Okay. How much did a chicken cost in 1888? I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah.
Fox is happy because he got his ding, but he still wants chicken now. So yeah.
Well, Fox says, "Wait, I was not paying attention, and we've gone from the start of the week on Sunday to chicken stealery." He's got no clues what's happening. That's the nature of this show. It just bounces from one corner
from
to the
things
other.
to things, and indeed it's time to bounce to a different thing now. We're going to bounce to my what's in store.
Oh yes, it is. Just before we go, did you just say they paid a witness to attend? Yeah, everybody, even these days, get paid attendance, witness costs, expenses within reason to attend court. Just encourages people to attend court. But yes, it is. In fact, it's time for Chris's what's in store.
Hey.
Yay!
I'll bring it up and then I'll do some talking about it because you'd like to have a sneak preview of the first item. It's what's in store. So I've chosen 6 things to link together into an overall theme. Now, if you've been paying attention, I've already mentioned the theme, so you should be able to get it. It's quite easy, but don't get it until we stop sharing the screen and come back and say what's in store. Go. If you go too soon, you'll get the finger of shame. But it's only from me and Ted, so it's not very much shame. But yeah.
It's still a finger of shame.
There is still a finger, there is still shame, but yeah. So the 6 items link together to make one overall theme of a thing. If you can guess it, you can win absolutely nothing because we're cheap and we haven't got anything to give away and we run out of mugs and they don't know when they're going to get any mugs back again. So
yep. So you win out.
Right, the first one is a word that I deliberately chose because I knew I couldn't say it because I missed doing some words in Colin's thing. So it's the leak tractor Rhine metal. from 1930. It's a German tank. It's made out. It's a tractor made out of metal, as far as I can tell. That's what I translate that as.
Yeah, I would have said the same. Yeah, Rhine metal. Yeah, metal
Rhine
made
metal.
in the Rhine.
Rhine is a river, isn't it? It's a river in Germany, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It could be something like Sheffield steel. Like
it could be.
Rhine.
Yeah, made out of Rhine metal. Yeah.
Mm.
And it's a leak tractor because it's obviously got holes in it, so it leaks. I assume. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yes, that is the first thing that I've chosen for today. It's a new mould from ICM, so it's going to be quite a nice kit. 1/35th, so it's not an overly big or small. It's a decent size, shall we say. For a mere £21.87 of your new pence. That's all that they tell us about it. That's what it is. It's a German tank.
Yeah. It's quite a nice artwork on the box, and I've not actually ever seen that tank before.
No,
so
it's an unusual looking thing, isn't it? It's yeah.
It looks very much French actually, rather than German. You remember the little French Renaults? Oh, it looks like it looks.
Actually, it
sort
says
of
on the
along
bottom of the
line.
picture there. It says this particular kit is the very first attempt of ICM to release this particular tank into the home market. So that's probably why we've not seen it before. Nobody else has done it.
Yeah, give it a few months and everybody will be building them.
Rhine Metal is a company, says Jamie.
Oh well, there we go then. It is a bit like Sheffield Steel, isn't it?
There we go. That's the first one. The second one today is some figures. It's the 135th British Infantry from World War One, 1917 to 18, obviously because it's World War One.
And the officer's pointing.
The officer is pointing. Obviously, looks like there's someone throwing a grenade the wrong way. I'm not entirely certain what's going on there, but
I
four
think
figures,
if
one
he's,
officer and three soldiers.
I think if he's throwing grenades to the rear and the guys are looking to the front, I think they're going to be in trouble.
I think the officer's saying, "No, throw it that way," and it's just not. It's just not paying attention. So yep. Anders says leaked is light, so a light tractor. A light tractor made by the Rhine Metal people. So yeah, there we go. Third item. Foxx will wake up now. Look, it's the Games Workshop Start Collecting from the Tau Empire. It's £60 of your money. It's got lots of things. These Start Collecting kits are great. They've got all the things in them. Loads and loads of figures.
And don't forget, everybody is technically obliged to buy item number 3 in the store. Whatever it is, whatever we choose.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But yeah.
Yeah, you have to buy item number 3.
Item number 3. Start Collecting Tau Empire. And on a similar note, or indeed pretty much exactly the same note, you can have the broadside battle suit for £32.50. Now, I think, was one of them not in there already? It looks like is that the same? No, this is a heavier version of one of those by the looks of it. I thought it was going to be the same thing for half the price, but yeah, a little bit different. But yes, so there's that. There is also the Tau Empire broadside battle suit, which is going to be quite a nice kit. You can do it in different colours if you like. Foxx says, "Ooh, Warhammers." Yeah,
and the thing is, with Warhammer, if you're not really playing tabletop games and being all official about them, do them in any colours you want because they do look pretty good. Yeah.
It looks like this you can make up into various different weapon types. So you've got big gun in whatever colour you like, little rocket launchery things, and do what you like with it. Foxx says Start Collecting sets are no longer produced and the combat patrol sets cost more. So if you want a super cheap way to grab a set of Tau, then you should snap that set up. Yeah.
Is Tau is it the same as T'Pau?
Yeah, they're just the same. I assume it probably should have the apostrophe in it at all times, but they've forgotten it on that one. Actually, it hasn't got it on the box, so maybe it shouldn't have it. I don't know.
Tau battle suits are like tiny gunpla. I actually watched. I don't know if you've ever seen it or have the chance to see James May in Japan. I caught that on Amazon a few weeks ago, and they had Gundam suits. A guy had made a real full-size Gundam suit.
Yeah, and he tried to drive it and only just made it out
Yeah.
of the garage or something, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I thought, oh, Fox will have to watch this.
Yeah, that was good.
I think models have the start collecting set still in stock, so grab them while you can.
I believe they do, yes. Right, the penultimate model this week in my What's in Store is the Tamiya 132nd North American P51 DK Mustang. Now, this is quite an interesting one. I was looking through it, and there's a thing about the propellers that's special. It's Packard-built Rolls-Royce Marlin engine, but it has, if my eyes are working properly, I can't read it now. It's equipped with a Hamilton standard propeller as standard, but shortages of the propeller led to the installation of different types of propellers. So, yeah, a bit strange that one, but I don't know what's special about the Hamilton standard. But
yeah, I think this is where it comes into the specialist area of aircraft.
Absolutely.
The people that
That's
really
the two variations that I think the shaping's different on them, but I don't know what that would do.
I don't know if the boss looks a little bit different, or perhaps it's just the way it's painted.
It might be.
But, yeah,
I don't know. Bobbins does say they're not yours till you check them out.
Yeah. Remember, we don't know how many are in the basket or in the store. There might be one, there might be 101. But if you see something you do like in what's in store tonight, don't forget, slap it in your basket.
Yeah.
Because it's not yours until you check it out, though.
It isn't yours until you check
put
it
in your
out.
basket, and while you're faffing about thinking of something else, somebody can come into your basket and pinch it. So it's not yours till you check it out.
Absolutely. And the last item tonight is the Canadian main battle tank. It's an MBT. Yeah, there we go. From Meng, 135th, not one of their little tiny things. It's a decent sized tank. This is the Leopard MBT. It's a huge tank.
That's MBT, massive big tank.
Massive big tank, yeah. The Leopard C2 Mexus. I think they spelled Texas wrong, but they're Canadian, so they can spell it whichever way they like. So there we go, £45 for a 135th tank with a bulldozer on the front.
I'm just trying to work it. I'm just trying to work out if it's actually a German tank, or is it?
I don't know. The top of it looks Challenger-y. It's quite flat. But I don't do tanks, so I don't know.
It looks like It looks like an Abraham tank, doesn't it?
Main upgrade fit the Leopard A5 turrets bought from the German Federal Military of Defence.
Well, they are German, the Leopard, yeah.
There we go, yes. Dozer blade is liftable and can be lowered. So there we go, that is all of the items for this week. I shall nip back through them. We'll start off with the one that I can't say. The light tank, light tractor.
The light tractor tank made with Rheinmetall.
Yeah. The British infantry soldiers.
I say chaps.
Yeah, a couple of Games Workshop start collecting kit and the standalone Tower Empire broadside battle suit. The North American Mustang and the Canadian Leopard MBT C2 Nexus with dozer. Fox says a tank with a dozer blade. That's so 40k. You could Warhammer that up quite easily. Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking Fox has probably had another thought now. He should have got this and could have Warhammered that.
I think you're probably right. I shall remove the stream from there. I'll come back here. I shall say, what is the theme? Go. And the first person to enter the theme correctly, or close enough for me, wins absolutely nothing. There we go.
Leopard tank is German, but it's sold to different countries. Yep, so we were right. Now then.
Nobody's going to get it. I've outdone myself this week, apparently. War military vehicles are technically not true. Well, war maybe covers everything. Military vehicles doesn't, because there were some people in there.
Fish sticks.
Green fish sticks, no, not that. Pickles, no.
Pickles.
I have mentioned it today. It is based on Today in History. So if you're paying attention earlier on, you'll find out. Canadian German tank, difficult to top that.
Yeah, somebody might have to run. Yeah, you might have to run the stream back.
Lee is getting there with the British Empire, but I need a little bit more than that. I wasn't here earlier, says Muse. This is true. You can be forgiven for that, but you can't be forgiven for not being able to Google things, because pineapple is not the correct answer either, no.
And you put pineapple on your pizza?
No, you don't do that. Jamaican, yes, no.
Jamaican.
I'll give you about 30 seconds and then I'll go and talk you through it again and you can find out what you should have known.
Maybe you should read the facts out again.
I think I've closed that window down, but there we go. Scale modelling chaos is correct with the British Empire Games.
Ah, yes, yeah, that's it. You said the British Empire Games had started in
British
Canada,
Empire Games did indeed start on this day. I'll nip back through and show you why, if I can find the window that I just put behind this other window because I was doing other things. The light tractor, 1930. That's when the games. That's when the game started. That's the British Empire Games started in 1930. So we got the date from that. We have British Empire Games. See, because it's got British in there and Empire in there and Games in there.
Oh, all right, yeah.
There we go. I did make a point of this one saying it was equipped with a Hamilton standard because that's where it was. It was in Hamilton, Canada. Was where the British Empire Games were in 1930.
You read, you obviously read too much when you're doing the facts and things. Scale Model Muse says, I also didn't see all the clues. Never mind, we didn't get that. But yes, another one. We see that Chris hasn't let his standards drop by any means at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I think it's Ted's turn next week, unless Foxx is here.
No, Foxx will be back next week because we're ordering him to be back next week because we've had enough of this. Yeah, Foxx has to come back next week and do some more.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll have to take up 20 minutes of reading quotes, quips, and retorts for the oldies.
I shouldn't be listening to these because I'm not old.
I'm old. I reached the magic age of 60 in October, so yeah. So I get free Wi-Fi. I get free prescriptions.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't get
Fox says it's a Chris's what's in store. Half the clues are in the tiny text. You can't say only one of the clues was in the tiny text, and I did read it out. So,
yeah. Bobbin says that was a Chris special. It obviously was. And Ray says, "Hi, Chris and Ted. Yes, it's just us tonight, but hi,
good evening, Ray.
Welcome. Yeah, welcome to you, and welcome to anybody that's watching out there in YouTube land that we've just popped up on their recommendations. They've come to see what it's all about. Do come and say hello. Yes, let us know. Let us know you're here." Candy says, "Yeah, more wisdom from Ted's insightful book." That's all. Yeah, it's a sort of book you get for Christmas, and you read it to Boxing Day till you fall asleep after Jason and the Argonauts.
And then you put it on a shelf and never look at it again.
That's it. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the sort of book that you look at once and then gets put on a shelf and then gets slowly moved to the toilet?
Yeah, that's it.
Sits on the window ledge on the toilet when you're really bored.
There's another one. As men get older, the toys get more expensive. They do really, don't they?
Yeah. Scale Modelling Chaos says, Ted, I hate to tell you this, but you can't get gin on prescription.
You could at one time get Guinness on prescription. Many years ago, you could actually get Guinness on prescription because it was apparently a source of iron. So,
yeah, but
yeah, but they don't do it anymore. Yeah, I've tried, but never mind. But maybe I get OAP discount when I go to buy my gin, perhaps. Max says 60 is not old. No, it's not old. It's just a state of mind. That's all.
60 is the new 50 or something.
It could, yeah. That's it. Yeah, we're just gradually mature. That's all. Where else are we?
Nothing else. That's it. We're finished.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think what we have to do though this week we've got a giveaway, haven't we, Chris?
We do. We have a giveaway. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should probably do the giveaway. Then we can wrap things up again tonight because there's just two of us, and we're finding it hard work to keep going. Unless you chaps in chat want to keep us going, ask us questions and things like that, and chat and talk about things. But yeah, in the meantime, I think what we will do is I'll hand over to Chris because he's got the giveaway this week, and I haven't a clue what it is. I haven't seen it.
Yes, but this week we are giving away one of those. You too can own your very own Airfix 148 DHC Chipmunk, not the small fluffy animal, the plane. It's completely different to the small fluffy animal. You could buy one of them yourself, but you're not going to win one from eModels. They're not allowed to ship them.
I reckon that anybody that's been in the Air Cadets or the Air Training Corps or whatever they call it must have flown in a Chipmunk. I think every cadet in the Air Cadets must have flown in a Chipmunk at some time.
Is it
cracking?
Just different? I mean, I thought the Cessna was like the most common learning aircraft thing.
I think the Chipmunk was just the RAS. It was the thing that once you took your written exams, this was the first aircraft that you ever flew before you actually moved up the ladder and flew fast jets and things like that. And I think they were that common that and easier to fly that they let kids fly them, or they give them the kids a trip in a Chipmunk. But yeah, it looks like it comes in a number of different colour schemes.
Yeah, I was just reading that. It says it's in the colours of No. 2 Flying Training School, restored by Vintage Fabrics at Audley End Airfield, Saffron Walden, Essex, England, 2020.
Cool. Foxx says Cessna is a civilian aircraft. But yeah. It looks like a nice little kit, says Pete Rogers. Well then, Pete, you have a chance to win it. Yeah, you can go along. What you need to do after the show's finished, it won't be much longer. After the show's finished, you can go along and wait till the video renders on YouTube. And all you have to do is comment underneath the video. We'll think of something in a minute that you can comment about, but make it fun and family friendly. And then we'll pick a winner next week for your chance to win this. It's a 148th Chipmunk, 148 scale. Quite nice.
Why don't you comment with what type of livery you would paint it in? How would you repaint your Chipmunk?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be one from the box. It could be one of your suggestions, something wild, private, or anything like that. Yeah.
If it was a chipmunk, you wouldn't have a shark mouth on it. Could you have a chipmunk mouth? Would that work?
Chipmunk.
A chip mouth. I don't know.
I can't picture what a chipmunk actually
It's going to have to be smaller than a shark mouth and with less sharp teeth. But
Bobbin says you could probably do it in Canadian colours if you want. I'm trying to get. Yeah, so that's what you have to do. Just go across to the video at the end of the show and comment, and we'll pick a winner next week, and we'll see some of the suggestions. But if you can't think of a colour to do it in, just make a comment anyway. Scale Model Ninja Fox. I didn't forget it. I had highlighted it. Scale Model Ninja up here in chat somewhere says he did. Scale Model Ninja. Can I get a ding for completing a Chaos Space Marines on Fox's show?
Absolutely. Yep. There we go.
Yeah. And don't forget to hit those thumbs. Yeah, if you like the show, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, click the thumbs down twice.
Make the spinner to look like a cute little nose, says Peter Rogers. Yeah, it would look a bit strange spinning around, but sure, it'll be fine.
Don't forget, we're running out of time now. I've got 5 minutes or so left. So if you have finished anything between last week and this week, let us know, and you can have a ding. Lots more time left for Billy and Benj. What did I have for tonight for tea? I had stir-fried chicken in black bean sauce, I think, with rice.
Yeah, right. We did chicken and chips tonight. Nice, easy and quick.
Yeah, I was still eating it when Chris says, "I'm here. I'm in the room. Come out. I'm still having my tea." So there we go. Yeah. Well, it seems like it's probably all going a bit quiet in the chat now, Chris. But
It seems that way, yeah.
Yeah, I think what we'll do, we'll wrap it up for tonight. We've done giveaways, we've done what's in store, we've done Billy and Benj, we've done some factoids. Even though Colin wasn't with us, Chris admirably went ahead and tackled those himself. But I think it's time for us to leave it. We'll carry on and do this again next week. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll be back as a gang together, 3 of us at least, if not 4 of us.
Yeah, should be, because 2 weeks' time is a bank holiday, so we won't be about then.
Oh, right, yeah. So
next week we should all muster and all get here at least for a bit.
So Foxx will be just back in time for a bank holiday. Yeah, well, it'll be probably my turn for what's in store next week.
I think it must be,
yeah. So that means I'll probably forget all about it till about 6:30 next week. I don't think what's in store. Yep. Spring Glue said, Ted, I finished a Pox Walker this week. Is that a model?
It's a thing. It's a model thing, painting Warhammer thing.
Right. Spring Glue. There we go. Time for Scale Model Review says later all time for work anyway, so he's off to work. Don't work too hard. Thanks for the stream, says Phil. And yeah, well, we'll leave it at that.
Fox says woohoo week off, like he's not just had however many weeks off.
Yeah, well, you can come back next week, Fox, and then you can have the weekend off. Yeah. You can have the week off after it, just to break you in gently. So there, come back. Yeah. So in the meantime, we'll leave you to it, folks. Thanks for joining us on this Monday night from eModels, emodels.co.uk. Don't forget, if you want to see what they've got in the store, it's not just what we've shown you. There's millions of items in that store. Go and have a look on the website and buy something. But in the meantime, we'll leave you with it. And thank you for joining us. And we'll see you all again next week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Good night, all. Stay safe.
Bye. Bye.